Feel free to use your smartphone, tablets, and e-readers. Please make sure they are in airplane mode. Either placed in the pocket or held, put away on your tray table.
That man is David Harris Jr., and he joins us live. David, you have actually met the president. You are coming back from D.C., I understand, wearing that hat. Why did you want to turn it around?
Well, thank you guys so much for having me, first and foremost. And I absolutely love sharing my passion and love for this president. He gets such a bad rap from the mainstream media. I'm the unicorn as far as most of the mainstream media is concerned. Black conservatives and black Trump supporters don't exist. So every time I travel, I make sure I wear my hat. And I got upgraded to first class. And so while everybody had to watch me and see me when they got on the plane, after they're behind me, I realized, you know, they're not going to see the hat anymore. So I turned it around to make sure they all get a nice reminder all the way home that black Trump supporters do exist.
Yeah. Okay, so there's always good and bad with every story. The good, you were upgraded. But the reaction you get, and I know you get it every day when you wear that hat, and you're very clearly a Trump supporter. Tell us about the good reaction and some of the not so good reaction, and in particular when you landed at the airport in Dallas.
Yeah, the good reactions is people will it's always kind of funny. They'll kind of whisper or they'll lean in and they'll say, "I like your hat." And so I know where they stand. And then the other people just kind of will look me up and down, look at my hat, look at me, and it just kind of, they don't know what to register, where that registers in their head. When I landed from that flight where the president reshared my video, which I found out in the air, my phone was blowing up. My friends are like, "Oh my gosh, the president of the United States just reposted your video on his Instagram feed." So I'm just flying high as a kite. I'm so excited I land. I go to get my luggage, and as I'm getting my luggage, a woman walks up behind me, and she says, "You know, you look like you had a higher IQ if you took that hat off." So I had my phone in my hand. I clicked my camera to record it, and then started to talk to her, and basically said, "So basically you're walking up to a stranger in public and telling them that you think they look stupid." And she said, "Well, I just said that, you know, you look like you had a higher IQ." And I said, "Yeah, you're basically calling me stupid." That's exactly the problem with Americans today, is they're assuming things about other people. And it's not because of the race. It's not because I'm black, but it's because I'm a Trump supporter. But the negativity and the vitriol that people feel and experience from the left, from liberals today, to me, it's like what blacks used to feel when it was racist based on their skin. It's disgusting, but it's just something that we have to deal with in this fight.
So I know you've been accused of being racist. Who's calling you racist?
You know, it's funny that I don't get it from white folks. I get slurs and slandered and coon to Uncle Tom to sellout to porch monkey to other expletives that I won't say on live TV. And it's always, unfortunately, coming from black folks or even Hispanics. I have actually gotten it from some white people as well. But it's disgusting, it's disturbing, and it's something that shouldn't be taking place in today's society in America.
But David, you're putting yourself out there. You're wearing the hat, you're wearing the memorabilia, so people know. My question to you is it worth it?
Absolutely, it's worth it. I'll do it. I'll do it until Trump's no longer president in another 6 years, and then we'll see if there's another Trump that'll be president. But Donald Trump actually also shared one of my tweets. It's on the top of my page, David J. Harris Jr. All my social media handles are David J. Harris Jr. He retweeted one of my tweets where I was actually at the Women's March in Los Angeles, and there's a gal there that was going crazy at a friend of mine, and then I started talking to her, and I had a red Keep America Great hat on, and she just couldn't register. I was very nice. I always try to be very nice and very polite to people when they are emotionally inept, it seems like. But the conversation actually ended with her giving me a hug. But you know, it's like I have to defy what the mainstream media continues to try to portray about this president. He's not a racist. He's not any of the negative garbage that they say. And people that believe the way that I do should feel courageous enough to stand up for what they believe and show their support in public.
David, your story's fascinating. You grew up in a strong Christian home. You're pro-life. You wrote a book called Why I Couldn't Stay Silent. You and your wife started a health and fitness and wellness supplement company called uncorkedliving.com. And what's your handle again if people want to follow you?
David J. Harris Jr. and my website is davidharrisjr.com. That's where they can get my book. That's where they can find out more about me, follow me. And I'm dealing with my share of shadow banning. I've got friends that are sending me videos saying they tried to search my handle and it doesn't even come up. So finding my handle on my website seems to be the main way that people can do that these days.
David, I heard from the social media companies they don't do that. You must be mistaken.
Yeah, I'm the wrong one in the bunch. No, they do it all the time. Unfortunately, I was at the White House for the social media summit.
Okay.
They do it to President Trump. They did it to Diamond and Silk. They do it to people that they don't agree with, and it's sad, but we still got to fight.
All right. I know you're a father. You're one of those that just moved your family from California down to Texas. Enjoy the Southern
I did.
barbecue. Okay. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys have an amazing day.
Thanks.
Yeah, you as well. All right. Meanwhile, have you heard about the